on Wednesday night. Welcome to the breakdown, the Go New Meta podcast with David Givens and me, T3 Collects. Going to have a probably an hour long here tonight, maybe a little shorter. We'll see. David just got back from New York Toy Fair, so he's gonna break it down and kind of go over what he can talk about. I don't know if there's much he can or can't, so we're gonna let David bring up everything on New York Comic Con, or almost said Comic Con, Toy Fair. So used to saying Comic Con, but yeah, David, my friend, take it away. Tell us about Toy Fair.
Yeah, Toy Fair was awesome. I wasn't quite sure what to expect going to Toy Fair, like how professional it was going to be, who all was going to be there. I mean, like you have to keep in mind, like it's not necessarily centered around what we like, which is the cool articulated action figures from all the pop culture stuff. So I mean, there's just ton. They had like Beanie Babies, Crayola, Lego, all this different stuff, and it was awesome. Like it, I was telling you earlier, like my wife, I think was having more fun than I was, like walking around and like everything you see is like, oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing ever. Like they've got AI and like all these toys now. They had like, oh, this guy like they had these little like DJ figurines, and you'd like make a little song with them, and he was like dancing the entire time. I mean, it was cool. It was a lot of fun. I mean, the actual like the stuff that was relevant to like what we like was probably about 10% of what was there, which was just kind of funny because I was like in a heat-seeking missile, like going from booth to booth trying to find the stuff that I'd like picked out that I wanted to go talk to the guys and create relationships, and it's just kind of mixed into like all this other really amazing stuff. Like it made me, my wife kept asking like if I was going to get in on like do kids toys at some point, which I've always speculated on. I'm like, every time I saw something, I'm like, yeah, it would be cool, like this is awesome stuff, but like let's just zero in, tunnel vision, let's get through
Yeah.
like what we are here for, which is the collector grade stuff. But yeah, it was a blast. And so yeah, I met Dakota from Strong Collectors finally. We hung out
Oh,
quite a bit, walked around, got dinner. Saw a lot of creators there that I work with and that I've seen. Make sure I'm back. Okay. Yeah. A lot of different TikTok people and Instagram people, and obviously saw like a lot of faces from, like I said, at one point, like saw Todd McFarlane in his booth,
hmm.
yelled at him like, hey, get DC back next year. Come on. No, nothing. So it was a good time. Like you should try going. I know you told me you haven't been to New York yet. A great excuse.
I I will try again. Yeah, there are stipulations on getting into that is insane. So it's kind of crazy that Dakota was able to go, but I think he had a back way in, which is fine. But yeah, I'm gonna try again. Like I'm gonna try every year until I can go.
Yeah. Well, you got to get on that Blockies train apparently, because Blockies was inviting like everybody and their dog to go to
Oh
it, and so
wow.
yeah, or at least that's what it felt like. But I started off the fair with the Blockies event, and so as far as like what I saw that was cool, this is I guess a good place to start. So I don't, or you're not super big on Blockies yet, or do you do much with Blockies? I mean,
I mean,
you always have something. I
oh,
swear to God, I don't know how
wow.
you do it. Within arm's reach of you, whenever I say something like this, you always grab something that happens to be like right next to you.
I mean,
So
I
in
have
my
it
in my worldview, there's just like mountains of just random shit around you
pretty
constantly.
much, dude. Like, look, the whole case
Yeah.
unopened.
Which one is that? Is that one of the ones where you get like a combiner if you build them all, or just like the random case?
No, this was
That's
just a mini.
cool. I saw that case at Walmart actually not that long ago.
Yep, and this is where I got it because they were $1 a piece, so I bought a whole case.
No kidding. A
Yeah.
dollar a piece. So how much did the case cost?
Let's see.
How many is in there? Like
I
20 or
think there's
so?
nine. Well, yeah, there's nine. So it cost me like $11 with tax.
Dang. But have you done blockies before, or will this be your first?
This will be my first. My son, he collects them, and he likes to build stuff. He likes to build Legos and these. So I bought these because I figured, you know what, I need to get into these. I like them. I like that they did the Marvel stuff. I really want the Marvel stuff. Um, I also did because I wanted to do stuff for content. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. But I really want to find the Marvel stuff in person, and I haven't found them yet. So, but that'll be next. They look fun.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. The blockies stuff, and I'm seeing if I can pull it up right now. Am I able to screen share?
Yeah, at the very
'Cause
bottom
I
should
have
have
it
a cheer
here.
icon.
Let's do boom. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So I feel like blockies always surprises me. Like I've like their price point is so low with most stuff that I kind of get anchored into that as like being cheap, but it's legitimately no, they don't have okay, they don't have them up yet. But they had Penny Parker,
Oh,
Venom, Spider-Man, well, and these are all Marvel rivals. So yeah, Penny Parker, Venom, Spider-Man, and Rocket Raccoon, and they all looked amazing. And I know these are really popular right now. Like my son and I, we did this one right here, the Iron Man, which is amazing. But like they had quite a bit. They've got Minions. What were the other ones? Okay, these ones were really cool. They had showing there, and they had them like in little like display cases. I never watched this growing up, but I know this is like a really popular like old anime,
uh,
and which is just everywhere now. But these were really cool. I mean, yeah, Blocky's just they've got some really cool stuff right now. I don't know. I'd be curious to get like Bandai's opinion on the model kits. They're
mhm.
much more dumbed down than like your Gundam model kit. But the figures look really good, and they had people had customs displayed and everything.
Oh wow,
So I started with Blockies, and I've already got an account set up with them. I will carry more Blockies going into next year or
sweet.
this year, sorry. So the Marvel Rivals Blockies are like priority number one. That Venom, I bet, is going to be a hot commodity when he comes out, and he's like a deluxe size, so he's got like all the tendrils coming out, and he's pretty big. Um, and that's one. So all the creators that showed up, most of them were going to Blockies. They gave all of them the Spider-Man and Venom Marvel Rivals Blockies. So
Damn.
you should see those actually like coming up. I'm sure Dakota will have his posted at some point, but all the creators got those. I didn't. I left early, so I got the text that like, hey, look what they gave us. I'm like, I should have stayed around. Damn it. But um yeah, that's where we started, and that was a strong start. They were like kind of towards the front of the fair as well, so they were easy to come by. But they the entire time Blockies had like creators in their booths. They were doing like they had like cameramen running around the entire time. I feel like more than most of the smaller kind of even like independent lines, they are putting so much effort into marketing right now, which you have to appreciate.
Oh yeah, because
So,
I felt like a lot of those brands, like even Hasbro, for instance, they kind of went away from all that, and that's what gets kids into toys, especially like not adults but kids.
mhm. Affordable price points too. Like that
Mhm.
thing, I think that's big for me right now is like Hasbro and McFarlane and everybody else is raising prices. Blockies is coming at a pretty good spot where it's like surprising. But you can pay up and get like more premium stuff, but their premium stuff that's like big and chunky that looks really good. Like it's, like $40, not like 50 or 46 or like all
Okay.
these Deluxe Marvel Legends. Like there's one, okay, I keep seeing this one. I know your son is, but you're not as big uh on the Transformers front. But this one keeps popping up everywhere I go. It's the Tarn.
Ooh, that looks.
Yeah, right. He is really. They had him showing like. displayed there. He's really big, like big, heavy looking, though I'm sure he's not super heavy. Figure. I mean, that looks like a legitimate like action figure, not just like a cheap model kit. I mean, it's at $40, so it shouldn't be too cheap. But compared to
That's
like Gundam, this I feel like this same thing would be like, upwards of like 100 almost
right.
for the
Yeah.
same size that they do.
I mean, it
Yeah.
also looks better than the Hasbro stuff, and it that's that's crazy.
Strong argument for that. Oh, what was the other one that people are going crazy about right now from Transformers? Oh, here he is. Well, not this. It's the other version of him. But yeah, they had this one too. The Megatron.
Oh wow,
And so this is like the all orange version, but there's kind of the classic one too.
that comes with a chair too. Damn.
Yeah, they had him displayed. He's looking pretty cool.
So didn't they announce or show off Star Wars for the first time there?
So there was something odd with the Star Wars thing. So they had them initially up there. I actually didn't see them. I didn't notice them when I was looking through their stuff. Much smaller scale ones, like they're the more comparable to like these guys right here. These like little bitty guys,
Oh, okay.
right? And it would be like Batman with one of like the vehicles or something like that. And they had him up and then they took him down. So when I found out that they were there, I went back to look and they were gone. I
Huh.
think Dakota got him on his B-roll, so he showed him on his live. There's weird licensing things that are going on like across all toys, but Blockies has had some interesting little licensing issues periodically. So I do wonder if they got those up and then pulled them down, like when they got word that maybe whoever like the licensing owner would be there or something. Because I know they had that issue with the initial Marvel figures they did. Like so, let me see if I can find the boxes for them. They had to actually pull like recall, not recall, but like change the boxes on all the new figures going out for their Marvel lines. Okay. So here you can see it. All right.
Yeah.
So on this box, you can see clearly displayed are the actual like model kit. I don't know what they call those things, like the little plastic.
The
Uh,
plastic sheets.
yeah, the plastic like grids that hold all the pieces.
Hmm.
They have those displayed. They also blew up model kits. It's like the biggest outside of Wolverine, the biggest text on their box is model kits because Marvel wanted it to be like explicit that they do model kits, not action figures.
Right.
Um, which if you look at any other box in their lines, they don't look that way. The rest of the boxes are all very just basic, like have the just the figure, not like the grids. So, anyways, I know they're very weird with like all the licensing things right now because they kind of dance in a little bit of a gray area. But I appreciate it. Like they're trying really hard to get everything. So yeah, they had Batman there. Star Wars, they did not. I don't think they had the Star Wars stuff displayed. There's a few other IPs that I know that they're working on. They don't own the IP. They don't own the rights to Pokemon domestically, but you can get those internationally. And they said they're trying, like they're going to see if they can do something with Pokemon. But that probably I bet that would be their biggest one if they got it to work out in the U.S. because
Oh, for
that's
sure.
an affordable Pokemon like Blockies kit as opposed to Bandai. I bet would do really well because Bandai's are pretty expensive.
Yeah, the Pokemon license is super hard to get for anything.
Oh yeah, I mean it's insanity. But though I've seen the Blockies model kits for Pokemon like internationally, like I know some of my competitors carry them. I check them out. I just don't want to deal with the international stuff right now. But they look
It's
really good. Like I can't wait, and I hope and I pray that they do like Blockies US gets the license at some point. I'm not optimistic about it, but I hope they do because those would be great. I would actually get those for myself. So anyways, that was Blocky. So that we started strong with some Blocky stuff, and then yeah, you guys are looking through everything. I meandered on over from there, and I saw Nacelle, or not Nacelle, sorry, Super Seven.
okay.
Um, didn't meet with Super Seven. I don't. I'll be honest. I'm not a huge Super Seven fan. So I looked at their stuff. I like some of their stuff, but the price point's really high. people have had issues with quality, and I've
Right.
gotten emails about that before too. I've had people like try to return Ninja Turtles. That they got like the 2003 Ninja Turtles from me,
Mhm.
and so anyways, yeah, the Super 7 stuff, it looked cool. They didn't have really anything new to show, was my other thing. So it was virtually everything you've already seen before. They had like they had the '03 Ninja Turtles out, which had been released for a long time now. And oh, their monsters look really good. But besides that, yeah, there wasn't much else that I was very interested in there. Didn't look for anybody to talk to. Um, So, anyways, do you have strong opinions on Super Seven? I don't think we've ever really talked Super Seven before.
Um, I'm not really a huge fan of theirs, honestly. Like, I only own two Ultimates. They're Bruce Lee. I have the Man Collects got me. Where other one is the Crow reaction figure from back in the day. I see them all the time on clearance or not clearance at Ross. So I see them at Ross all the time. The reactions. I did buy the two Beastie Boys Sabotage Ultimates that I found at Ross. I mean, not I'm not a huge fan of them because I've always heard like quality is not great. And also at the time before they started doing the double jointed stuff with the turtles, everything was just single. I think they had single pin joints on the knees, and they just to me don't look very good. So I've
Yeah,
never been into them.
I think it's just the price point for me. Like the quality mixed with the price point. Like if they were cheaper, they'd be great. Even like $10 to $15 cheaper. But so, anyways, and like I was over in their booth, and somebody came over to talk to me at one point, and I thought about like should I engage and like talk about going direct. I'm like, I've said for a while that once I'm out of my Super Seven stuff, I'll probably be done with it for a while until some things change. But yeah, so that was Super Seven. So nothing really great to report on there. Again, their monster stuff, like the Godzilla stuff, looks really cool,
Mhm.
but it's super expensive. So and then like my plan this year is to get more into the monster stuff with Bandai. So I'm like, I'm not going to double dip into Super Seven and that at least right now. So maybe down the road, but right, you'll like this because we've talked about this a little bit, but like right south of Super 7 was Trick or Treat Studios,
Oh yeah, I'm so
which is
excited.
like kind of an emerging, like I've known about them for a while. I follow them, love their stuff. I haven't carried it yet, but I will. I'll definitely get some stuff listed here soon. My last year I was gonna do it with Halloween, like I was gonna get their stuff listed with Halloween, and then I got behind the ball on that and just like I was like, you know what, we'll tackle this later on. I did talk to somebody in their booth, and he was like, I was telling him the same thing, and he's like, Halloween's year round, man. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like people
True.
want Michael Myers all the time. They don't just want him on Halloween. So
That's 100% true. I have
yeah.
a Trick or Treat Studios mask right there, the
Oh, is that
Crow.
that one?
Yeah, and I
The
have
crow
the
there.
Brandon Lee one over here. So yeah.
They had a crow figure there too. I
Oh,
took a
can't
picture of
wait.
him. I thought of you, and I was like, yep, my boy T3 would like this right here. They had good stuff. I love their Goosebumps stuff. I like a lot too. The packaging's really big. Like I didn't realize how big those packages are. If you ever seen have you seen those?
Yeah, they look like the books.
They do like big books.
Yeah, they're
They're like
awesome.
that big. Um, those are really cool. They had all the masks. They had all the Mortal Kombat masks. So they had all
Ooh,
the
yeah.
ninjas. So like I was looking at those. I'm like, man, I would have loved that as a kid to be like Sub Zero or Smoke or something. Um, and then they have the giant props. So they had the Leprechaun, which
Oh,
looks, I mean, perfect.
dude, it's so good.
I sent you the picture of it. It's a
Yeah,
great.
it's so good.
Yeah, the Leprechaun's amazing. They also had let me see here. They also had what's his name from the Halloween movie? It's like an anthology type of thing.
Oh, Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yes, the little pumpkin head
Yeah,
boy.
hell yeah.
Yeah, he was there. He looked great. They had some Chucky dolls around. I mean, it's just they're kind of an interesting company because they've got like the action figure stuff they're doing, But then I'd say like what 80% of their stuff is like props and
Mhm.
masks and all this stuff. So I want to get in with them. Their area was cool too. Like they had like little couches in the back. Everything was black. They had like black carpet down.
That's
Very
awesome.
like gothic Halloween vibes. There were some people that came into the booth to like meet with them that were wearing like all black, and I'm like, I bet those look like Halloween store owners or something weird like that. So they were cool. Um, yeah, I mean, I got some contact info. I'm going to try to go direct with them probably
Nice.
this year. I would say they're not like priority one, but they're one I've always eyeballed as like at some point I need to get them in to new meta. Um,
I agree.
so we'll work on that this year. I'll say this before Christmas, I will have or before Christmas, definitely before Christmas, before Halloween, I will have Trick or Treat Studios listed in new meta. Um, promise you that it really won't be that hard. It just got a few other things I want to tackle first, but no, they were awesome. I'm trying to think from there. So this is like mixing up days, but so in that same area, I met with Bandai. So that was probably my biggest meeting the entire time was meeting with
Okay.
Bandai. We'll be going direct with them this year, which is great.
Awesome.
Yeah, really good meeting. I mean, they were that I feel like Bandai more than any of the other like collector brand stuff there, they are a machine. Like they were meeting with people, they had a very good process. Um, Hasbro and Mattel are very intimidating there. Like
Hmm.
those I mean, like Hasbro had like guards outside of their little booth area.
Wow.
And Mattel had its own floor that you couldn't even get to. Like I couldn't even see inside of it. Like you couldn't walk by it. It's up a floor above everybody. They've got a gatekeeper there, and she just like shouts anybody down that tries to go upstairs. So I didn't even attempt to do that. But Bandai was very inviting. Like, so we got in, we met with one of their sales reps, and I actually went the same time Dakota was going. So he was doing like his press thing at the same time I was doing
Oh,
my
cool.
meeting, and we walked around and looked at all their stuff. They kind of talked me through the requirements and like purchasing minimums and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we looked at all the products, and I feel like more and more I'm just becoming a massive Bandai fan. Like I love SHF right now. I'm picking up more and more of that stuff. I grew up on the model kits, and then you splice in like now they're monster art stuff,
Yep.
and yeah, I'm just all about it. So we will be going direct with them this year. It might take some time because their process to get like onboarded as a business is pretty hefty.
Hmm.
So it might be like middle of this year where that's like all finished up. But that was like probably the most important meeting I had, and the one that I was most like interested in when I was there. Um, but there was a lot more that happened. So I mean, that was Bandai. And I mean, do you have much SHF yourself?
I only have a Spider Punk. That's it.
Just Spider Punk, which is a
Yep.
good one.
It
Um,
is. He doesn't stand up. That was like my only kind of gripe. I mean, which, whatever. I kind of hear the same thing from other people that collect SH figure arts, the Marvel stuff. His knee joints are like too loose, so he just falls down. But I think it looks really good. It's cool looking. That was the reason why I wanted it because it looked better than the Marvel Legend version. Um, I do want that Capcom Spider-Man though, for sure.
oh yeah, so they had him there. I'll pull this up even because we're talking about it. Um, so they had Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Cyclops all side by side there. Oddly enough, I actually had one guy because I took pictures, and one of my customers, like a good customer, guy that he buys a lot from me, so I'm not like I didn't feel shorted, but he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna cancel my Spider-Man order." He's like, "I saw the pictures and I just don't want it anymore." I'm like, really? I thought it looked great. I
Oh,
was impressed. I know Dakota tried to like pick it up, and they're like, "No, please don't touch the figures." But I thought it looked really good. But I just SHF stuff's a lot really cool. They're a little small. I was
yeah.
surprised by how like they're like a head shorter than your Marvel Legend, pretty much. But the quality is just so awesome, and then all the accessories, and they've got good weight to them. They feel really good. Now, the only thing I'd say is I'm not familiar with most of the properties, so that's
Right.
where like I want to get familiar. So I've started collecting the One Piece stuff because I watched the live action One Piece and loved it, and so I'm like, I can get into that. We'll start there. Um, and I'd like to do more. So like we've got some of these Usops coming in. Trying to see if I've got any more up here. There's some Naruto. Again, I don't know a ton about the anime stuff. I'm trying really hard to like get more invested into it so I can learn more. But I mean the figures just look really really good. Like let's see here. Yeah, like the number of accessories you get. Like look at 5 different faceplates,
A ton of hands.
all the hands, all these like random glasses and stuff. So what I did learn though, I asked them because I've always wondered this, but like you guys have SHF figures, you have some priced at like 80 to $100, and then you've got some like I'll go to Target and I'll find one for like 35. That's
Right.
no, I mean in terms of what you're getting, no different. Like why is that? And he pretty much told me that so for characters that they want everybody to have, they sink the price down. So
Uh,
like Luffy or like Goku, they want everyone to have a Goku, so they sink the price, which I just didn't realize that was the reasoning. Not like Hasbro, it's like 27.99 across the board, no matter
right.
what, assuming it's the same size figure. But no, they're for Bandai like that. It's the same amount, it's the same value in the box, but for figures that they find more important, I guess, for the fan base, they sink the price, and kind of a cool thing. Um, then again, on the flip side, you have to pay like $90 for all the counterparts to that
Yeah.
figure if you want like Piccolo and Vegeta and all those. But anyways,
So it sounds like they do what Hasbro does, or maybe it's vice versa, where they have like their A list, where everyone they always have a Iron Man and always have a Spider Man and always have a Captain America. That's kind of what it sounds like.
oh, that's definitely it. I mean, but it's like Goku. I feel like is like all three of those at the same time.
Yeah.
I well, I kind of had to laugh because my wife and I we went to the in Times Square. There's the Bandai. What
Oh,
do they call it? The Bandai store in Times Square.
yeah. Tamashii Nation.
Tamashi Nation store there. And there's not many of those. So like I had, kind of forced her to go with me. We went twice while we were there. And there's like a whole section that's just Goku, which just cracks me up. But I'm like, yeah, I mean he's kind of the golden goose of the Bandai world.
It's true.
Like he's got to be the most popular anime character of all time. I would, wager a guess there.
Yeah. I mean, if you think like if you say name one character from Dragon Ball, they're gonna say Goku.
Goku down your throat as much as they can.
Oh yeah, or Piccolo, one of the two.
Yeah. So, which I did go. Tamashii Nations, I did pick up. We got Gundam here.
Oh, right
Got the
on.
Gundam, classic Gundam, and he needed a friend, right? So we went and picked up the Zaku model.
Yeah, there you go.
I know. I like. Uh, I wanted to get something, and they have the store exclusives there. And like the difference on these exclusives is like there's slightly more paint and like decals on them, but I'm like I had to get something that you can't get somewhere else. So I bid in. There wasn't really anything else I needed. Most of the stuff there I have coming in stock anyway. So I'm like, oh, we'll do the Gundams. That's fun. I don't do much with Gundams, and I will be. So I guess fast forward, meeting went well. We're gonna go direct. I am going to in 2026 start tackling more SHF, more on the monster art stuff, and then hopefully it could be a little complicated, but I really want to get into model kits, Gundam model kits. I think would be a lot of fun to do. I like those personally a ton, and there's a lot of them.
I think it's a good move because if you got blockies, which is kind of like your starting point in a way for like the
Mhm.
younger generation, then you have the Gundam stuff. Like I think that's a good move. My son collects the Gundam stuff, so it would be he's in want to order stuff all the time, I'm sure. So I'm all in on that. So that's cool.
Yeah. And well, and so I mean, kind of branching on that too. Um,
Yeah, these look
yeah, I
so
mean,
cool.
just well, kind of a side note here is I was talking to this guy about like Gundam stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll help you out with like what to get for America." And he's like, "Americans tend to like Gundam Wing," and I'm like,
It's
"Yeah,
true.
I know that we all
Yeah.
grew up on it."
Uh-huh.
My favorite Gundams are like Heavy Arms, Death Scythe, and Sandrock. So, but that's what was playing when most of us were kids. But they're just a lot of fun. I like the idea of kind of building your own toy.
Yeah.
Um, it's always appealed to me, especially when you can like you got to paint it, add the decals, you can do stuff with it. Just helps you feel like ownership of it. So,
Hmm.
so yeah, we'll be diving into that, and I think along with that, the other it wasn't even really a meeting. I just happened to like walk in, so like not even that far from Bandai. We're going down the row here. Is I don't know if you're familiar with them, but Yellow Park. Have you heard of Yellow Park?
Yes. I've heard of them.
Oh, you faded out. Was that a yes or no?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, talked to Yellow Park when I was there, which was kind of a funny thing. So I've seen them for years, like seen like creators doing stuff with their really cool because they're kind of like heavy, like they're like more. They've got like metal in the frames. They're heavier figure, like heavier models, I guess, but they're not model kits necessarily, right? Like he was pretty clear on that. Um, and so actually Dakota was with me. We were looking at all these like Yellow Park figures, and their Transformers, they look the best. Like they're better than Blockies. They're better than Hasbro's, but granted, none of them transform, right? So you have to keep that in mind. So Hasbro's are
Right.
intended to transform, so it's not a fair comparison. But their figures look easily the best. They're really cool. Their price point's not bad. And they've got like higher grade ones that are like more articulated and look more intense and like have more of a weight to them. And then they've got like retro card versions which are like more for kids. But as we were looking at them, I'm like, these look better than any other Transformer I've seen. And they're like the kid versions. And the guy was kind of laughing. He's like, I know. They're like, they are much better. Is pretty much what he was saying. Uh, but they're all like snapped together. They're not like the classic model kit where you like break the pieces off.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyways, we're talking to this guy for a while, and I made the comment. I'm like, so do you collect these personally? And he's like, oh yeah. And he's a nice can't speak a nice Asian gentleman. His English was not phenomenal,
Hmm.
so we were kind of struggling to understand each other for a bit. So I'm like, you collect these? And he's like, yeah, I keep one of every single one I produce. And I'm like, that
Oh,
I
wow.
produce. And I'm like, what do you? I'm like, hang on, what's your role? And he's like, oh, I'm the owner. And I'm
Oh,
like,
whoa.
nicest guy in the world. I thought he was just a sales guy the entire time because we just walked up randomly. He just kind of tailed us and was just chit chatting with us the entire time. Yeah, this guy's owned Yellow Park for since like 2009,
Oh,
and of
wow.
course he's got every single figure he's made in his office, including the giant like $1,000 Optimus Prime, which he would tell you
Yeah.
is the largest articulated Optimus Prime in the world. He's very proud of it, and it like sits. He had it there. So, anyways, but I'll be getting Yellow Park this year. That's actually Transformers
Awesome.
people. My Transformers folks have been requesting Yellow Park, so
Cool.
um, yeah, I'll start putting in orders there, getting those in. So that was another big win. Yeah,
That's
you got to check them
exciting.
out though. They're cool,
Yeah,
huh?
I think I'm trying to think if my son has one. He might actually. I don't know 100%.
Let me pull some up here. They're yeah, it's not even fair. They're the most impressive Transformers I've seen. Again, they don't transform, which I'm sure people don't love. But like as I was talking to Dakota about it, as we were walking around these things, like 90, I don't know, like I'm just throwing out stupid numbers here. I would guess most Transformers people just display them in the robot mode
Mhm.
anyway. So it's like, why not just get the better looking version? Like, here's Soundwave. Yeah, like look at that. Stinking awesome. I mean, kind of looks like a Gundam a little bit.
Yeah, dude, those things are. I mean, I could see why people want those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they started doing Marvel stuff, I'd probably end up wanting them too. So
Oh yeah. Well, they're branching out a little bit into different areas. I think are these, yeah, they're doing blind boxes as well. So they've got
oh,
like the
cool.
blind box ones, which these again, like these are blind boxes and they still look as good as anything you'll see from Hasbro.
That, that Megatron looks good from the
Yeah,
85 or 86. Yeah, that looks good too.
yeah, it looks perfect. $30 for a, pretty much perfect Optimus Prime. So
Straight out of the cartoon. That's crazy. Yeah, see, that looks
yeah,
great.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I
that's the
think,
whole
yeah,
thing. I mean, they're just going for like the most accurate versions you can find,
yeah, I think that,
articulated, like in kind of, it's not. He didn't like us saying model kit because they're not model kits. And maybe we can find a picture of like kind of how they do them.
yeah, that Bumblebee looks cool too. Jeez.
Yeah, so here you go. Here's like a little good like a picture. So they're like just broken into pieces and you just click them together. This is a pretty simple one, but they had some like pretty advanced ones and they're all just parts just sit there and click it, pull them out and click them together.
Heck yeah.
Boom, and you've got a fairly good looking figure.
Price point's not bad either. So that's
Yeah, no,
good.
I thought that was the best part. Their price points are really good. I mean, for what you're getting, I think they're not bad. Let
No, I
me see
mean,
if I can find that.
look at all the detail on them for that price. That's like unheard of.
Let me see if I can find that like insanely expensive Optimus Prime. I mean, it looks like this one, but that's not that. I saw that one
That
while we were
is,
there.
that almost looks like from just that picture looks like a hot toy to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, yeah, that's actually a good comparison. Oh, and they've got other IPs they're moving into as well. So that's not just Transformers. They had. Let's see if I can find other product lines. Vehicles. We've got Samurai Cats, which we all know. Never heard of that. They've also got their Evangelion. I can't even ever say it. Evangelion line.
Which is popular.
So these ones I thought looked really good.
Those
And
look
so he was very clear. They have like the kids versions that are cheaper, and then like the more adult versions. Oh yeah, the Pro series. They had more than just this one though, so I wonder where the rest are. So at $45,
that's not bad.
but these one, the difference, like when you were holding them side by side, like these ones had more of like a metallic gleam to them,
Hmm.
and just had like kind of a little bit more weight. So, but they looked very similar.
So would they scale
Um,
well with the Bandai stuff?
yeah, no, pretty much like 1-to-1 with
Okay.
Bandai. So this is, yeah, you can't tell obviously from the picture, but they're pretty tall. I'd say it was probably about 8 inches, seven
Those
or eight
look
around there.
good. So they're die cast, which is even cooler.
Hmm. And that's kind of their thing. It's like it's all die cast, so a lot of collectors like stuff like that. So I'll be picking up quite a bit from Yellow Park. That's, yeah, it's on my backlog of like things I need to do this year, after Toy Fair. So Yellow Park, we got Bandai, uh, Trick or Treat, and then the other one I talked to not long after them, and I've had a relationship with, but I just haven't moved on it a ton, is Nacelle.
Hmm.
So their one, I wouldn't say I have a love-hate relationship with Nacelle. I like Nacelle, but we all go to Walmart and we all see the shelves of
Mhm.
like whatever it is, like the Robo Force guys sitting
Yeah.
there. I think I finally quit seeing the Biker Mice from Mars. I think they finally got most of those out of Walmart, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I haven't seen them since they went on clearance.
You haven't either.
No, I mean, looking at them like without buying one, they kind of remind me of Super 7 in a way. But when I bought one of the biker mice, and actually took it out, and I was like, okay, these are actually pretty awesome. They're not bad.
Yeah. No, I have all of them. I have all the biker mice right now. Nothing wrong with them. Like
Mm-mm.
they're decent figures. Probably not an IP that resonates with people.
Not unless you're from the 80s.
Yeah, but even then, I just don't think it was like super popular. I mean, people know what it is, but they've got cool. I think they have some interesting IPs in their portfolio. I've wanted to carry it. I just don't get a lot of traction on it. But their sales guy I talked to, he reached out to me actually because I sent them an email before Toy Fair,
Okay.
and he actually called me directly and was just like, look, I know the fair's coming up, but he's like, I was checking out your website and we just want to get into your store now. Let's not wait to the fair. And which I'm like, okay, let's pause a minute because I've got a lot of stuff going on with Hasbro I need to get through, and then we'll circle back to Nacelle. So, but we got stuff set up there. We're getting. So let's see if we can look at some of their stuff. Best way to shop here. I guess toys and collectibles. Okay. Now can we break it down? Do they have a way to sort by brand here? Okay. So Biker Mice from Mars, he did try to like sell me on getting the like Wave 1 stuff. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I wasn't going to be mean, but I'm like, dude, like we all know those things are like $7 a piece max at Walmart right now, and you're trying to sell them to me for like $18 a piece.
Whew.
So not going to happen. Um, you drop that if you drop that wholesale pricing down to like $1 a figure, maybe we'll talk.
Yeah.
But the so you've got the motorcycles and the three main mice are all out.
Right.
Everybody else in that back right corner, so it's like the big dudes. Well, it's all the humans and the weird like toad creature, and then the female mice character. That's all wave 2. So surprisingly enough, I actually have orders on all those already,
Wow.
and so that'll be what's coming in from Biker Mice. So I don't know. These are all interesting to me. They did have some like prototype figures out there for Biker Mice, of like different characters from the show. I don't know who any of them are, but they're obviously not going to stop producing those figures, at least as of yet. The other ones we saw were Cowboys of Moo Mesa. I like these. I think these are very cool looking figures. The big Red Bull guy on the right, he is big. Like he is a big old guy. So we've got some of those coming in. I'll probably do that tomorrow is get those listed. I'm just taking my time. I put the order in today finally, or I guess paid the invoice today so we can get those ones in. So you'll see Cowboys of Moo Mesa at New Meta. Those are probably my favorite Nacelle figures that I saw when I was there. Um, what else do we have here? RoboForce. I am not ordering any RoboForce.
No. No.
We have two of the. I think did we buy one or two of them? The yellow robot on the far right, my sons bought with me at Walmart, and he was like $5, and that's why we bought him. And he's horrible.
Yep.
So
It's the same one I had.
that's the one you got too. Probably yeah, same thing, like $5 at Walmart or something.
Yeah, I was actually given. It was sent to me by some. I can't remember what company sent it to me to review for TikTok, and after that, I was just like, I don't want it. And I asked my son. He's like, I don't want it. So I ended up giving it away.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that at all. So we're gonna pass on the RoboForce.
Oh yeah.
The other one he was trying to sell me on were Sectors. I am not gonna carry these either.
Yeah, when
Don't know anything about them. They look very rough to me. I'm sure that I'm guessing they're really trying to like stick to how they might have been back in the day.
they are.
Kind of that whole thing.
Yeah, they look like back in the day, but I believe I can remember. I think they were 4 or 5 inch back then. I don't remember them being that big.
But they're just not cool figures to me at all. I don't
No.
love the packaging. Sometimes I like this is an example where like the retro card packaging doesn't work for me. I always love retro cards, but like this retro packaging, not great. And then I just, we all see them at Walmart. They've already got Sectors out and they're just warming pegs out there. So I didn't realize though, I will say it was kind of funny. These little like bug creatures they fly on, they're gloves. Like you put a glove on
Oh,
and it has the creature on it, and then like so you can fly it around.
interesting.
Yeah, so you can kind of see it on this one. Maybe I can if they have a picture of it. I thought it was the weirdest thing. But no, these little like black legs, those were like where your fingers go. So they're not showing it on these. I don't know why, but
I mean,
yeah,
it's a
you wear those
cool
like gloves.
concept. Cool concept for like, I guess, kids, but they're aiming for the adults, like our age group, because all this stuff that they're carrying is from the 80s. I remember it. I don't remember ever owning any of that back then.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm out on it. So don't worry if you wanted Sectors, you can still find them at Walmart, but not at New Meta. But what I am gonna do, I am gonna get some Star Trek from them. Their Star Trek figures, okay.
Those look
The
good.
figures are good. They're good figures. They're as good as a Marvel Legend, maybe a little bit more detailed. The face sculpts are much better, I think, than what you get on your average Marvel Legend. Let me compare it to like MCU. I'm talking like MCU figures.
Right.
I thought their face sculpts were very good, or their head sculpts. The figures look solid. I personally am not a Star Trek person. I never will be. I don't get it. I think it's kind of boring. I think the characters are boring. But that is me. I understand that people love this stuff and for good reason. It just never hooked me. But the figures are solid and the fan base is massive. So we will carry Star Trek. I've got orders in on pretty much everything in this picture right here. So we put pre-orders in. Um, there. I think that's fair. It's a big universe. Like that's a massive fandom. We all know Star Trek. We generally know a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, yeah, that'll be one we'll pull in 2026.
So you were
Need to
able
work
to
on
see
that
these
as
in
well.
you were able to see these in person. So the Shatner one, does that look like it does in that photo or better?
Uh, I actually don't know if they had that one displayed. Let me look at my pictures really quick on my phone.
I mean, just based on like images I've seen, I'm like, I was actually kind of shocked. I was like, wow, these look really good. I'm not a big Star Trek fan at all. I like the newer movies, but I couldn't get into the old stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I saw some of the newer movies back in the day. I say newer like they're new now. They were like I was probably like in my I don't know elementary school when a bunch of those came out. Um, They did not have the William Shatner one out when I was there. I'm looking through the pictures of I took pictures of all of their display stands.
And they're only 20, so they're 28.99.
Yeah,
That's
28.99.
no,
But I mean, like, look at
they come with a lot
that.
of stuff.
Wait,
Holy crap.
does this one come with a horse?
That would make sense.
Yeah. Okay, so this is something that I actually called the guy out on. Full size to scale horse, and you're getting again 28.99. Okay, so this brings up a good point. Let me find her.
Crazy.
They had a figure displayed there. I think it's this one right here. Yes. Okay. And she has like a whole display around her. And so I'm looking at all the figures. And I'm taking pictures of them, and I'm like, okay, so the base figure, and there's like a 28.99. And I'm looking up at this one, and she's got like this whole little like station around her. So this is like a little, almost like a little play set you can add to her. And I'm like, okay, this is obviously a deluxe. How much does she cost? And he's like, $28.99. And I'm like, really? He's like, yes, she's no different than the rest of the figures. And that's kind of the little nod they give everybody, is like, you can get all the standard figures, and then you pretty much get a freebie on like a deluxe figure at the standard price
Wow.
if you buy this set. So I'm like, that's actually, I appreciate, that's a really cool thing to do. Because in Marvel Legends, this would be $55. Like,
Oh,
that's,
easy. Yeah.
you add that big chunk of plastic right there, minimum you're paying like somewhere between 50 to 60, I would guess.
For sure. And you're not getting all those hands either. You're getting
No shit.
yeah. That's crazy, dude. $28.99. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, that's actually really cool. I mean, look at this. So $28.99,
Sulu.
2 extra sets of hands, 2 blasters, and then some random accessories. Yeah, I mean, that, I got to give them credit. Like, as far as, you know, a toy line goes for like a big IP like Star Trek, like they seem to be doing pretty well. So
I'd kind of compare that to like a WWE Ultimate, the ones that are like $35, 36. That's literally what that is, but at a cheaper price point. That's wild.
yeah, look at this.
Dude, 2 head sculpts. Look at all those hands. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, they don't skimp on their accessories. You know, $1 more expensive than your Marvel Legend with twice the accessories, similar quality. Yeah, I mean, you go Nacelle, keep it up.
Do they scale with Marvel Legends? Are they 6.5?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't measure them by any means, but they looked about the exact same. I mean, they're very similar looking figures.
That's cool.
So yeah, all for it. I mean, as little as I care for a lot of the other IPs that Nacelle has, this one is one that I'm like, you know, not for me, but for a large group of people, this is a very solid line, I imagine, that a lot of people are trying to have. And to my knowledge, with Star Trek, like probably an endless amount of characters they can keep making figures of. So
Oh yeah, I mean it's literally like Star Wars. Like
yeah,
they can make tons of characters of obscure characters too.
So good meeting with Nacelle. And then I'm trying to think who else. Revoltech was right behind them. I went and saw some Revoltech stuff.
Awesome.
Not going direct with Revoltech though. Actually, they kind of talked me out of it.
Really?
The guy was, you know, we looked at all the figures, and you've seen Revoltech. They're peak. They're amazing. And he was kind of walking me through, like, if you want to go direct, but he's like, do you have other distributors that sell our stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And he's like, okay. So he's like, just to be honest with you, the tariffs that we encounter are pretty steep. So he's like, if you're getting them from a distributor, by the time you factor in the tariffs and shipping, it probably will be about the same cost, unless you're ordering it like, you know, this insane amount of volume. And I'm like, okay, that's good to know. So, because I do Revoltech, but it's not like I'm not doing like hundreds of Revoltechs. Right. I'm doing like probably, you know, 10, 15 of a specific figure. So, you know, good thought, good feedback from them. So, but I already carry Revoltech, so it's kind of a non-issue. And then I'm trying to think the other big ones. I tried to go see your guy at McFarlane.
Oh, John.
Could never find him. I did see Todd when I should have, you know, Todd, let me in. But like, no, they had like a what seemed like a high school girl, college intern type as like their gatekeeper. It was at the front. I must have walked up to her at least 4 times, and she was just so like deer in the headlights. And I was like, yeah, can I set up a meeting? And she's like, we don't have any salespeople ready right now.
Jeez.
Like at all. And I was like, so tomorrow? She's like, none tomorrow either. And she's like, she kept like stuttering through her sentences. And she's like, well, you could try coming back in like a couple hours. And I'm like, I've done that like 3 times now. Oh so I was like, just tell me you don't want me to come in, and I'll quit bothering you. because they tell her just like, hey,
I'm
unless
sure.
it's like Walmart or Target, don't let them in. Or press. They let all the press in.
Of course.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no biggie. I mean, I had no, I didn't think McFarlane was going to go direct with me, so I wasn't like planning on meeting with Todd or somebody. But I did want to go see. They had Savage Dragon out, and they had some
Oh,
other figures. They had like a Hellboy out, so I did want to go see those. But they had them kind of on the peripheral of like their booth, so I could check them out from like the outside, but I couldn't get up close. So they were another one I kind of skimped on. But then I met with NECA. That was my other big meeting. Met with NECA.
okay.
You were messaging me on some NECA stuff, but
Yeah.
and I had to go into like hardcore sales mode with NECA and told them like because they only usually go direct with brick and mortar. So
Hmm.
I had to make the case. I'm like, look, I will buy more than all the brick and mortars in my town. Like I don't understand why you guys won't go direct with me. Like when I'm willing to spend money that I know brick and mortars aren't spending on NECA. Like it can't be like I go to the brick and mortars in Wichita that are direct with you, and I'm like they've got like maybe a fraction of what I would probably try to push. So and I went into that mode for a while. Eventually the guy was like, you know what? Let's do it. We can go direct with NECA. We'll give it a year. So that is the other one that was big. So going
That's a
direct with
big
NECA,
one.
big win for New Meta.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that one. So, and I've always complained like they're hard. They're kind of hard to get a hold of through my
Yeah.
distribution channels. So I've always kind of been hesitant to list too much with them. But yeah, I'm gonna go hard on the horror stuff. I really love horror. I want more horror figures. We'll go into the TMNT stuff too. They've got more. They've got like a bunch of Fortnite lines coming out with both TMNT
Yep.
and horror. Predator stuff. Huge Predator fan, so we'll get more of that. So yeah, we're gonna just go all in on more NECA. I'm probably not going to do too much more of the prop stuff with them, but we'll get some of it. But
So you get to see you got to go to the booth and look through everything, right?
mhm.
So you got to look at that Predator 2 poster that they did with the toy or the action figure.
Yes,
That
they had a
looks so good.
couple of them up there. So they had the Predator one, which was awesome. They also had the Jaws one, which was kind of
Yeah.
nifty. And then they had a smaller one that was what's the movie called? The Thing?
Oh yeah. The thing.
Is that the movie they had up there? I'm trying to think. But that one was smaller. It was only like that big. The other ones were like pretty sizable. Um, so yeah, those were cool. If I can get those, I will. I don't know anything about the price point, so I'm saying that, but
Yeah.
like second guess myself here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure that Predator poster thing is going to be not cheap because it looked big and the base is not. It's an actual base. It's not cardboard because a lot of people when I was reading comments thought it was cardboard and I was someone told me today that they confirmed that it was an actual plastic
Oh, really?
base and I was like, dude, that's so sick. What a what a good idea.
Yeah, no, it is. Like it's awesome. I also didn't realize that NECA is owned by oh shoot. I can't remember what the company's name is. Look it up really quick. Who owns NECA? Mm, what is it called? I can't find it. But their parent company also owns WizKids. Oh, Ad Populum also owns WizKids and bought Medicom. So
Oh wow.
Mafex, those figures are owned by the same company that owns NECA now. Which so I was confused when I walked over there. I noticed that like they had all the Hush, like they had Poison Ivy, they had Batman, Scarecrow, all that stuff over there. Which I do want to start carrying that stuff at some point too. Again, just harder to come by. I think the whole diamond like destruction kind of made it tougher on those ones.
Right.
But yeah, I guess that piece was I never realized it was owned by Diamond Distribution, and then they sold that off to Ad Populum, so it's kind of a sister company of NECA now. Um, now I can't. I would have to go direct with them. That NECA is its own thing still, But yeah, that was in the same area where NECA was. They had all that stuff too, which was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, that was NECA. We'll be getting the horror stuff in here soon. I've already got some listed, but we're gonna switch it to from my distribution channels to NECA, and then we'll hopefully add more and more to that. Yeah, and so from as far as Toy Fair went, those were probably all the biggest meetings and things that happened. I did meet with some new like distributors, just general distributors that do like Hasbro and Mattel, to kind of diversify my portfolio there. But yeah, that was it. It was a wild ride, but
Dang, it's a
good.
lot.
It was
It's
a
a
lot.
lot. And so, how many days you there? You were there what, Saturday and Sunday?
4 days total in New York, 2 days at the fair, and the fair went 4 days. So I was there the opening day on Saturday, or yeah, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Um, I guess the was Joy Toy there? Because I heard someone say Joy Toy was there.
I didn't see Joy Toy like representing itself. I did see they had their stuff in a lot of different booths, like a lot of
Hmm,
distributors had them and stuff. Um, no, didn't see them. But
interesting.
who I did see, Square Enix was there,
Oh wow.
which is a cool like. So I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, and they had Final Fantasy VII figures there. They had like Cloud and Tifa and a bunch of those figures. And I 100% they wouldn't they're not going direct with me or anything. They want to stick to all their distribution channels. But I ordered those figures the moment I left. I was like they were so cool. So I've got those coming in. Uh oh, another one that was there. Shoot, what are they called? Figma. Figma was there.
Oh, Figma. Yeah,
Yeah, and I got the information to get set up with Figma, so I'll probably carry Figma a little bit too.
yeah,
They're kind of a smaller one, but they're man, they've got a lot. But they're like articulated line is really cool, and they do primarily like anime games. So they like anime, kind of in that wheelhouse. So they have like Elden Ring. They had a Doom Slayer. They had Link. And then they had a bunch of I think they had like Near and a couple other like anime games mixed in there. Really cool stuff though. Their figures look amazing.
yeah. I see a lot of their stuff at Box Lunch, Figma stuff.
Hmm.
Because I remember seeing. Did I see that last year? I can't remember now. The Metal Gear Solid Snake. I was like, dude, that looks so
Oh
badass.
yes. So no, they're another one. I need to do more research on them before I jump in, but I'll be connecting with them. I don't like they're one where they look amazing. I don't hear a ton about Figma, but I don't know why I don't hear more. Like they look amazing.
I know they're big overseas. I just don't know if they've become that popular here. They kind of maybe it's because they look like SH Figure Arts a
I was
lot.
gonna say they're comparable to SHF.
Yeah, that's what they look like. Yeah, that link looks cool.
Yeah, like they had this guy on display there, and I'm like, I mean, look at that. Look at everything you're getting in there. What's the price on this guy? Uh-oh. Wow.
And
$16,000. What are we gonna do, guys?
yeah, they actually had that at my GameStop at one point.
So $100. He's about $108
Yeah, that
USD.
sounds
Yes, I
about
did have to convert that really quick. Like I don't know what to do with yen. But for $100, if it's comparable to SHF, that's more than you would get in an SHF box right there.
true. That is true.
I mean, look how many freaking weapons he's got. Sword, the shield, two shields, the boulder, you got a little rocket thing, bow and arrow, you get a glider, faces, hands, cape. I mean, that is as much as you can probably pack into a like SHF style figure type of thing. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Yeah, look at that water effect. That looks cool too. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, really cool. I mean, those were some, and they only had a few there. Ooh, Skull Knight. Let's see.
It's all like anime and video game ish stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find the Doomslayer. Yeah, they had. So I played this game, and they had her displayed.
Yeah, she was cool. I don't know who that is, but it's cool.
Yeah, so it's from Near Automata. Automata. I can't ever say it right. She's like the android you play as. Really cool figure. Oh, more affordable, only $12,800.
Just a little under that $100 mark.
Yeah, I mean they just look perfect. I mean they look really, really sharp. Man, I'm trying to find Doomslayer. That's the one I want to see. Oh, this one's got Geralt.
Draw too. I didn't know that.
There we go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean this is really cool.
Oh, it's good.
Video game looks like the video game version.
Look at all that.
And look,
What he's got 4 plus the 2 on his back. 4 swords, so
two
6.
effects hands. Yeah, four
Jeez.
swords in his back. So yeah, that they were one where I saw their stuff and I'm like, man, I need to learn more about Figma because they look amazing. Again, like you're saying, they look like SHF stuff.
Yeah.
But they had, like the Doom Slayer threw me off because it's like heavy anime, and then they had Doom Slayer, which is obviously a very like American type of game.
True.
Then again, I don't know who. Oh, look at this Solid Snake.
Yeah, that thing's so badass looking.
Oh, just if it comes with the box, I'm gonna have to make a call.
It's super tempted to buy that now.
Where is it? Where's the accessory pick? Did not load in. Let's see here. Oh, cardboard box. Yeah, it does come with a cardboard box.
That's awesome. That's
hilarious.
Cool.
Yeah, big Snake fans. That would be cool.
I'm pretty sure I saw that at Comic-Con last year. I remember their booth being like packed and couldn't even get into it.
Well, another thing that they do on their figures, which I appreciate, let me see if I can find the one that does it, because I'm assuming it's probably not all of them. But they have like leg swaps, so isn't quite it. They had some characters that are like in really awkward positions with their legs, like kind of like a Spider-Man, like McFarlane Spider-Man, like
Hmm.
kind of jumping position. And they just have like they actually have like the leg set you swap in for that. And then those legs are static, like they don't move, they're not articulated, but you can swap them in when you want that look. And I'm like, that's a pretty cool way of doing it. Let me see if I can find the figure where I saw that. Yeah, can't. Oh well. So, anyways, Figma is another one.
Nice.
That we'll be taking a look at in 2026. This is the year. Otherwise, that is as much as I am willing to share tonight on Toy Fair. I know we've gone long.
Oh, that's good.
Dude, it was so
It's a
fun,
good
though.
amount.
You got to get there. You got to get there next
Yeah.
year.
I want to like really bad. Yeah, and you got to come to Comic-Con. So when you have Comic-Con press badge, you get WonderCon, which is in March, which is basically more comic book heavy, but they do have like, Mattel will be there and stuff like McFarlane's there. I think
Is that where's WonderCon at again?
That's in Anaheim.
That's right.
Right across, right across the street from Disneyland. It's right across the street. I don't believe Hasbro's there because they do they do San Diego Comic-Con. I think they might have announced stuff at WonderCon. I don't remember last year, but I know Jada is huge at both WonderCon and Comic-Con because usually at WonderCon they have their very first set of exclusives for Street Fighter. So I think this year, I don't know what they're gonna do this year because they're done with Street Fighter until they get into Street Fighter 3. I think it's Alpha is the next one they're doing. So that'd be cool to
Mm.
see if they have an exclusive to that. And then San Diego Comic Con, they have another exclusive, which was last year was M Bison Player 2 and Sagat Player 2. I know I have them. I don't know where they're at. But yeah, Jada is at both those, and they have a pretty big booth there. I guess the one thing at Toy Fair, see, this is one that I wasn't sure because I didn't get any confirmation if Haya Toys was there.
Um, I actually don't remember. I don't think they, not that I recall,
All right.
but I didn't see everything, so I don't know.
Kind of interested in those now because I got a better look at the Predator. Was it the Predator and Alien? Because they're only 3.25 inch, but the amount of detail they put into those is freaking nuts. Um, but they're not cheap either. So I don't know. That'd be kind of cool to look into.
That is a cool one. I'm checking them out right now. Oh, they've got a lot of good IPs. Dude, Universal Soldier?
Yeah, I heard
That's
it's not that good.
hilarious. Huh?
I heard from a friend, Seth Bayer. He said it's not that good. He did a review on it, and I was kind of disappointed because I was like, I kind of want it. I like that movie.
Oh yeah, this is making me want to like watch this tonight. I forgot this movie existed. And of course they've got figures for them. That's a bummer that they're not that good then.
Yeah,
Man,
the
they got a
alien
lot here.
stuff's awesome though. It's awesome. The Predator stuff is so cool. And I think they have RoboCop. They have RoboCop too, I believe.
Oh, they've got a Ghost in the Shell figure.
Yep.
That's an anime that I feel like has not gotten a really good line yet. Like I've seen people try those figures out, like one-offs, but I've not seen like anything definitive from anywhere yet.
100% agree. I think McFarlane did stuff in the 2000s for that, but none of it was articulated. It was all the post figures he
Well,
did back then.
it's like I'm sure there's different iterations where like people have tried it, but as popular as a show as that is, I would expect more, I guess. Like,
Right.
like I guess not on the same level as like a Naruto or One Piece or something, but
It's
I mean, it's up there as like one of the more popular ones of all time, and you just don't really see much from them too often
no, and
on the action figure side of things.
yeah, it's more of an adult anime too, I guess. I
Yeah,
would
it's true.
assume. But yeah, I don't know. That's something to look into would be Haya too. I don't know if maybe your local shop has any of their stuff, but if they do, take a look at it and let me know what you think because it's crazy the amount of detail they can get into that small of a figure.
Okay, well they do, but they've got the 1/18th scale, which is kind of what you were talking about.
Hmm.
I'm assuming. And then, oh, those are so exquisite minis, and their basics are still like this. Yeah, the 1/12 scale.
And they do
Those
Godzilla,
are
which
really
is
good
the
looking.
Godzilla stuff's really awesome too.
Yeah, like whenever I see monster stuff, it's either Bandai or it's Haya typically. Exquisite
Yeah, because
Mega.
I think is it last year? It was either last year or the year before they started getting into GI Joe. And the
Yeah, they've got a
GI
little
Joe
bit of
stuff is
everything kind of mixed in here. Yeah, they're always one that's kind of like been in my peripheries in terms of like lines I should check out.
I see them
Honestly,
getting
never.
big if they were to do like say a DC or a Marvel or Star Wars, I can see them becoming that underdog that ends up being really big.
Yeah. Ooh, they've got a Judge Dredd.
Yeah. And a lot of that stuff is preview PX exclusives that Entertainment Earth usually has,
Mhm.
which the Judge Dredd stuff's sick too. That is they're not even expensive. They're like $20.
Dang. Yeah, that's one to look into.
I'm all
But they're everywhere. Like I see Haya all the time. Like I see people talking about them. I've just never spent a ton of time like paying attention, honestly.
well, there's a lot of brands out there, and like for you being small and being able to bring in like a trick or treat and the model kits and more blocky stuff, like it's a lot. And then going direct with Mega, that's awesome. That's a huge win. So is the Gundam stuff. Like that's
Yeah,
awesome. I'm a super
NECA and Bandai were those were definitely the biggest W's of the trip. But I mean, honestly, the whole thing was like pretty successful in my mind. Like I hit all my goals for the most part, except for meeting with McFarlane. I was like, I just want to go in and see their stuff. That's all I wanted. I didn't. You don't need to make a deal with me.
It'll
But
happen,
that was
man. It'll
awesome.
happen.
Someday. Todd will be banging on my door, begging for new meta to go direct with McFarlane someday.
It'll happen. Told you, I'll make it happen one way or another. Luckily, I have contacts with them, so
Yeah,
because
I walked by looking for your buddy a couple times.
yeah, he was probably behind everything because when all the photos of him were doing like interviews with social media content creators, so that was all in the booth. And I know he
Well,
was super busy.
I did ask the gal that was up there that was like gatekeeping it at one point because what's his name?
His name's
I think you
John.
said was it John? Okay. I felt like I was in a movie or something where she's totally just blocking me like, oh yeah, and maybe another time. I'm like, I stopped at one point and I was like, is John here? Can I see John? And she looks around for a bit and she's like, I think he's like getting lunch or something. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's such a generic name, John.
I
Like there's
know.
how many Johns are in the world. I'm just like, I'm sure she thought I was just like lobbing one out there. Like, is there a John that exists at this booth that could talk to me?
Oh,
Um,
dang it. Oh
didn't
well.
work. Whoops. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I should have told you to tell her or go by his name, his photographer name, Aesthetic One. She probably would have like, oh yeah,
oh yeah, exactly.
oh yeah, you want to talk to
Why do you
John?
say so?
Yeah.
That's what would happen.
Oh, that's so
Silly
funny.
me.
Oh man. Well, that's cool. It sounds like you had a good time. I definitely want to go. Try to go next year. I was just looking up the other night. There's a toy fair in LA. It's in April, I think. But I don't feel like it's the same thing like what you into. It seems like it's more kitty focused when I was reading. So I emailed them to see, and I haven't heard back, which is fine. Uh, but yeah, I'm looking forward to WonderCon at the end of March. And then when you came back to probably a ton of orders, I'm assuming, from over the weekend.
Yeah, quite a few.
So you're gonna be busy.
Yeah, I'm pretty much caught up now. It took a
Huh?
minute to get going. I was like essentially like double packaging my day. So I package the day before I package the following day. So like what was ordered today, I will start packaging tomorrow. And that's usually my process and I'll get it out, that day or the next. So it's usually like 24 to 48 hour turnaround. So I just kind of doubled up. So it's like I would do 2 days. I did like Saturday and Sunday on Monday and then Monday and Tuesday today. So we're like finally back. But I also had just a crap ton of pre-orders coming at the same time. So I had to get
Yeah.
like the Warbirds and the Power Princesses and Kingpins and all those done at the same time too. So it was madness, but we're about there. Um,
So what you said, so pre-orders. So I know there's a pre-orders that went up, I think over the weekend and I'm trying to think today and yesterday. So I know GI Joe went up. Was that yesterday? That was yesterday. So how
mhm.
was the pre-orders on the GI Joe stuff?
Wild. I do not know who these Cobra Royal Guard guys are. The
Oh,
with
wow,
the
dude.
with
That
the
is awesome.
wings.
That's from the G.I.
Man,
Joe movie, the animated movie.
good Lord. That was my my number one G.I. Joe pre-order to date is
Oh yeah.
that guy. It's an army builder, and which I've always known that army builders are a big deal with G.I.
Mhm.
Joes. But this one, and I made the mistake of thinking like it kind of looks silly, like it's a little like a bug man
Mhm.
and just crazy. Just I already had to like double up my order. Um, but yeah, that one was nuts. The whole wave the whole wave did well, but that one was like I think I did like 60 pre-orders in at least like an afternoon.
Jeez, that's pretty
It
good.
was yeah, that was madness.
And how the
And then
Transformers do.
Transformers did pretty well. Those ones were, more middle of the road
Yeah.
as a whole. So not one of them was like blowing expectations away. Now the Transformers pre-order dropped from like before Toy Fair a couple weeks ago. Had one Power Glide, which is a deluxe figure.
Mhm.
He was crazy good. Um, Star Wars had a drop, so they did the Mandalorian movie drop. No, nobody's buying them. Uh, and then we had the Secret Wars Wave 2 drop. Really good.
Good.
Daredevil, people are ready for that Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
That
Everyone's
that's going
hyped.
to end up being one of my best pre-orders of the year. And then we had one other. No, that was it. Those were the big ones. Well, we had the Mezco Doctor Doom today, and the Aaron Davis Spider Man, Iron Spider.
Yeah. That
Uh,
was pricey.
yeah, Iron Spider. I don't know if I've got even like a sale for it yet. I haven't checked. It didn't get any. I mean, like it was, and I knew. Like you look at it, and it's like, what is it? 42 bucks.
$34.99, and I was
Oh,
like,
34.99. That's right.
I was like, "Damn, that's
34.99.
that's high."
Yeah, a pretty standard figure too. I mean, I know he's got the arms, but yeah, not my favorite personally. Um, oh, somebody's upstairs, and so that one went up to nothing. But the Mezco Doctor Doom went up, and that one's really popular, which I knew it would be. Everybody loves Doctor Doom, so
It's
that
also
one's going crazy.
it's a re-release too. That I know there's a couple people that were waiting for this re-release because people had broken their pegs off the hands or something like that.
Oh
But
wow,
it's just crazy that from when it went up, I think was it last? I think it was last year. It's not that old. I think it was only like 120, and now it's 180. That's or
yeah.
60. That's so
When I was getting
crazy.
the price up there, because normally those Mezcos drift around like 120, 140.
Yeah,
It's like 180 on the nose. That surprised me.
I mean, that's
But
more than Hulk.
that's not stopping people from buying it. I'll tell you.
True.
Like it's still getting sales.
Almost pre-ordered it, and then I was like, "Oh, that's expensive." I mean, shoot, I'd rather have the Hulk.
Man, I've had multiple people buying like multiples of Doom, so yeah, that one surprised me. Because Mezco's usually like pretty slow. Like I'll get like a handful at the beginning and then it's just very slow. This one's probably my quickest Mezco pre-order as far as just like getting a bunch in quickly. Kind of more similar to like a Marvel Legend, but it's just yeah surprising because it's like that 180 price point. But it looks so good.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess
so
people just don't care. Apparently, I mean,
yeah,
like I said last
but
time, it's the year of doom.
it really is, and it lines up well. It should be releasing right before the movie comes out. So
Yeah, that's smart marketing. Damn,
I say that, but Mezco they'll probably push it back 10 times.
true. Like the Batman '89 Batman that was delayed and delayed for I don't know how many years until it finally came out, and then everyone
Yeah,
hated it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Well, cool.
Anyways, I do need to. So my son is asking me to come upstairs and tuck him into bed. So
Yep.
I am overdue on that. So I probably need to politely back out of the evening
Me
as
too.
we have once again gone late.
Hey, 24 minutes over. It's not that bad, actually.
Not too bad, yeah. But
Well,
yeah,
cool.
I'll have to head up there. Thanks for checking in with the Toy Fair stuff with
Oh
me
yeah,
again. We'll get you there next year, and I'll get to San Diego next at some point too, and then
there
we'll
you
all
go.
be squared up.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Well, cool. Thanks for the
All right, man.
reporting. Appreciate you taking some time out and getting some information. So, breaking news: NECA and Gundam. That's awesome. Super excited. So there you go. That's the
Yep.
news. So look for all
More
that
to
stuff
come.
in the next 3 to 6 months, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, a lot. I should be getting a lot done here in the next in this month, and then yeah, for like the Bandai stuff, probably like 3 6 months out. So we'll see.
Yeah, cool, awesome. All right, well,
And then
we will convene next week. If not, it'll be the week after that. So thank you guys for checking out the breakdown on Toy Fair and David's experience. And glad he had fun. He got back safe and came back to
Mhm.
a massive amount of pre-orders, and so that's
Yes.
always good. And yeah, that's pretty much it tonight. We'll see you guys hopefully next week, and we'll have more stuff for you then. And in the meantime, check the socials, check your emails. There's always some fun little hints in there. And yeah,
Mm.
a lot of content creators out there pushing Go New Meta. I see it all the time, so it's awesome to see. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see everybody next week.
You as well. See you next week.
Night.
Good night.